I'm going to be breaking down how you can achieve your dream physique in just 16 weeks while working 60-hour work weeks, spending less than 4 hours in the gym, still being able to dine out as much as you would like with friends, family, and other coworkers. Because I get it, this might be where you're at right now, right? You're looking in the mirror and you see man boobs, you see a soft stomach, and you see arms that don't fill out your sleeves. If you feel that way, you feel overweight and you're not confident with how you look, this is for you. You've just been fed the wrong advice and it's keeping you spinning your wheels. So in this training, you'll see exactly how to eat without starving yourself, how to train without wasting hours in the gym, how to finally build muscle while stripping off that stubborn fat so that you can get lean, strong, and confident in your body again. Let's get into it. So my hardworking, busy professionals, do you guys ever lie at bed at the nighttime, staring at the ceiling, wondering how the hell did you get to this point? You know, you're working hard. You're dragging yourself to the gym after 10-hour days, skipping meals because work is insane, trying to eat clean, but your stomach still looks soft, your arms still look skinny, and you hate what you see in the mirror. You know, you avoid photos, you keep your shirt on at the beach, and you're embarrassed in front of your girl even. You know, you're scared that she's noticing other guys are in better shape than you, and that's killing your confidence. You know, I get it. Like, I've been there too. And the worst part is, if you don't change, this is who you stay. Tired, frustrated, unmotivated. In 5 years from now, you will look back and hate that you wasted the chance to fix it. And I was there too, and I will show you the way out. Here's my story, right? At 17, I started my fitness journey. I hated the way I looked in the mirror, right? No muscle definition, chubby. I felt stuck in a body that didn't match the confidence I wanted. It showed in everything I did or didn't do. I was self-conscious and I second-guessed myself. I wanted better friendships. I wanted more attention from girls. And I wanted to feel proud of who I was, but my body held me back. I hid under baggy clothes, I avoided pictures, and I skipped social events. And one day I decided enough was enough. I had to change, and not just how I looked, but also how I felt about myself, right? Because I honestly felt like a failure. I didn't know where to start, so I turned to YouTube and Instagram for advice. And that was a big mistake because I heard everything from don't eat carbs to cut all of your favorite foods and just eat chicken, rice, and broccoli for every meal. And I ended up trying it all. Strict diets, insane meal plan, and just advice from people who didn't understand my struggles. I gained weight, but in all the wrong places. To my face, my love handles, and my man boobs. Then I tried to lose body fat by starving myself because I was at this point and I hated how I looked. And I was addicted to junk food every single night. And since my diet was full of empty BS, my skinny fat body just got worse. And I wasn't building muscle. I was just adding more fat. And in a couple months, I gained 20 pounds of body fat. What I truly needed was, number one, effective time management. I needed a proper diet, the right training. I needed to be consistent, disciplined, and I needed to be held accountable. So after realizing this, after putting in the work at work, I returned to the gym with a completely different mindset and approach. I started tracking my calories in an effective way. I started focusing on progressive overload, and that allowed me to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. Now I'm going to explain that to you, which taught me how to get my dream physique. This is the procedure I used to get my transformation and lose 20 pounds of body fat while packing on muscle to my chest, my abs, my arms, shoulders, you name it. This is exactly how I did it. First of all, the truth about getting in shape that nobody tells you about, right? You can be in very good shape without having to exercise for hours and still enjoy your favorite foods, all while making progress towards your dream body. But most men fail because they don't understand these simple things. They don't understand how to log and track your calories. They don't understand how to be efficient with their time and energy in the gym. And they don't understand macro manipulation to get the best results instead of finding a quick fix. And the mistake most people in your position are making, right? Most people try to lose fat / stop being skinny fat by just hopping on the treadmill and starting to eat salads for all their meals. They try to eat more protein and have chicken breasts and protein shakes for all their meals, but they never even check to verify if that approach works or is sustainable, because losing weight and losing fat are not the same thing. And you need to lose weight and build muscle. Otherwise, you're going to continue to look skinny fat. Doing what most people do will make you lose weight, which is fat and muscle. And it's also hard to sustain and be consistent with these type of diets where you're just starving yourself and losing your overall frame. And roughly 90% of people who lose weight end up gaining it all back, leaving them skinny fat within the same year. Why? Because their approach is not sustainable. So what is the best diet? We've all heard of these fancy diets like intermittent fasting, keto, carnivore. But the thing is with these diets, you'll get results, but not the best results that you can get or sustain or keep forever because they're not enjoyable. If you want to try a diet, if you're not able to sustain it for the rest of your life, don't even bother trying it because it's not worth doing. But there is one diet that stands tall above all these other diets, and that is a bodybuilder's diet. Think about it, right? A bodybuilder is someone who is a professional with manipulating their body, whether that's to put on size like muscle or shred fat in a short period of time. So why wouldn't we use a bodybuilder's diet to achieve a certain look that we want within our own body, right? Because a bodybuilder's diet is flexible, balanced, likable, and most of all, it's sustainable. A bodybuilder's diet will allow you to be consistent, and consistency is the key to success in any part of your life. So what is macro manipulation and progressive overload? So there's two sections. There's cutting and there's bulking. That's 90 days of leaning out, right? So 3 months or 90 days of leaning out, and then 3 months or 90 days of bulking. And these can be done depending on what stage you're at. If you have less muscle, but not too much fat, we would start with the bulk together. But if you have quite a bit of fat on your body and still not that much muscle, then we'd focus on cutting first. So cutting would be 90 days of leaning out, creating an environment to build as much muscle as possible with shredding down fat. Focusing on progressive overload with slightly higher volume and rep ranges and lowering food intake and optimizing macros for the best results possible. And then progressive overload. When it comes to bulking, 90 days of reverse dieting, slowly increasing your calories back up, lowering food volume and increasing intensity, progressively increasing your food intake, obviously to get those calories back up to build muscle, and then maintaining cardio consistency and allowing the least amount of fat to be put on. So this is how you optimize each stage. So training, intensity, reps in reserve, training to failure, form like alignment, eccentric and concentric, progressive overload, increasing weight or reps every single week, nutrition, knowing your macros and calories needed for your desired outcome, refeeds, aka cheat meals, and the best sources of each micronutrient. And then when it comes to recovery, number of hours of sleep a night, meal timing, and rest days. So for cutting, higher reps with form and intensity mastery, building a solid mind-muscle connection, higher volume to increase your daily energy expenditure, and increasing cardio over time. So for nutrition, optimizing your nutrition to make fat loss the highest priority, hitting your protein goal, getting your fats to maintain hormone function and cell function, and then lastly, still including carbs, yes, including carbs, of course, to maintaining and maximizing performance in the gym. When it comes to bulking, intensity and hitting PRs weekly to maximize growth, lowering the volume and reps to ensure the most strength output, ensuring growth, and maintaining a cardio level to reduce fat gain. Nutrition side of bulking, gradually increasing your calories to ensure growth by feeding the muscle the required macros, incorporating mini cuts to regain a higher metabolism, and incorporating cheat meals. Even after knowing everything I told you, you still could be getting held back from getting the body that you want. And that's because consistency and discipline are the keys to success, not just in achieving your dream physique, but in your overall life as well. So right now, I want you to imagine a door opens up in front of you, and the person who walks out is the best version of yourself, right? Your name 2.0, shredded, jacked, more muscle, less fat, more confident, right? How do you think that person looks, acts, carries himself, or how he thinks? That person could be you if you stick to a plan. So after following that same framework for a couple of years, staying dedicated, seeking the right guidance, actually hiring my own coach, and surrounding myself with other supportive people, I was able to achieve my dream physique. And not only did my body transform, but so did my confidence and my mindset. So here are a couple more lessons learned, right? Fueling your body is going to be everything, especially when it comes to running, just executing the best in your career, right? How to eat to sustain long work days and tough workouts. And even with 10 to 12 hour shifts and training, I still have energy all day because I fuel my body correctly. I discovered how to have a busy fitness lifestyle with vacations like to Vietnam. Right now I'm in Bali, work dinners and social events. And now I can enjoy the foods I love without feeling guilty. I've learned to fit in workouts, right? I only work out 3 to 4 times per week for about 45 minutes per time. And no matter, even when life gets busy, I can still make time for my workouts that will help me build muscle and lose more fat. Now I can wear what I want. I can take my shirt off at the beach and I feel proud of myself. And I built a successful coaching business that's allowed me to change lives of dozens of men and allowed me to move to Bali for half a year to focus on growing it. And after learning all this, now I have an opportunity for you. Because the truth is, you don't need more information. If that was the key, you'd already have the body and life you want. What you need is the right plan and the right support system to keep you consistent and accountable. I promise it will change your life. So here is how the same opportunity I'm giving to you has made a difference for others. Number one, we got my man Seb, who dropped 10 pounds in just 8 weeks. He came to me stressed, having a hit a weight plateau. He wasn't able to lose weight anymore. He was eating less than 2,000 calories a day, and he was very drained. Now, bro looks like Captain America, and someone said that to him. It wasn't him, thanks to a focused push-pull leg split tailored to his busy lifestyle, prioritizing compound lifts and progressive overload. Next up, we got my guy Henrik. He dropped 22 pounds in 10 weeks, and he came to me after months of struggling while stress eating caused by his busy work schedule. So we dialed in his nutrition by using meal prep and calorie tracking, ensuring he hit his protein goal no matter how hectic his schedule got. See, Henrik was overwhelmed with his busy 50-hour work weeks. He was working as a full-time pilot. He still does. He was also doing DJing, and he was studying in school. Then we got my client Isaac, right? He's a tech engineer. He bulked up 23 pounds of muscle in 16 weeks. Isaac struggled with motivation and was unsure where to start, always getting lost in the gym or just feeling overwhelmed, not able to stay consistent. But after working with me, we developed a personalized plan that helped him stay focused on effective, simple exercises. This is my client Nathan, who dropped 38 pounds in 13 weeks. He was juggling full-time school and work, and on top of that, he was struggling with binge eating, missing workouts, and poor sleep. We built a simple system, structured meal plans that fit into his schedule. We worked on his sleep habits. I kept him super duper accountable and checked in with him multiple times a day around training and sleep and nutrition to make sure his energy was up. So instead of relying on random bursts of motivation or, just feeling lazy all the time, Nathan finally had a plan that he could trust, and he built the discipline to execute. This is my client Jose, who gained 6 pounds of muscle in 8 weeks. For years, he was caught in the dirty bulk crash cycle, right? He was eating everything in sight to gain weight, but then he just burned it all off because he started to feel fat, right? As a full-time engineer training for an Ironman, his schedule was already super packed, and he had no idea how to bulk up and pack on muscle properly. Together, we created a muscle-focused meal plan that fueled his endurance training while actually packing on lean size. So there was no more guesswork for Jose, no more yo-yo cycles, and just precision nutrition and progressive overload training tailored to his goals. And we also got my client Dylan, apart from many other men who have gotten in amazing shape, but he dropped 20 pounds in 16 weeks. When Dylan joined, he was a full-time university student at a high-level program. He also was working part-time, and he had the drive, but he admitted he just didn't know where to start. With workouts, with food, with structure, all of that felt overwhelming to fit into his very busy schedule. So we stripped it back to the basics. Again, very efficient, 45-minute workouts that he could easily finish under an hour, and simple meals that hit his protein easily, that he could prep and just bring with him whenever he needed, and a weekly structure that gave him clarity instead of confusion. Now, the transformation pictures are amazing, but I want you to see what these men actually have to say. This is my guy, Seb.
To sign up with Aidanwong as the coaching. I was kind of worried he's going to give me some. Yeah, I would definitely recommend coaching with Aidan.
Okay, here's what my client Henrik has to say.
Henrik, how much weight did you lose in the program?
I lost 22 pounds and
That's pretty good. That's some pretty fast progress. Before you joined the program, what was the biggest thing that you were struggling with?
Laziness, staying consistent on my diet.
Here's Ben.
I recently joined Aidanwong's online coaching skinny fat men's fitness program. Beginning of the year, I've been going on about 5 to 6 weeks now. I've been making really good progress. The biggest results I feel like I have gotten during this program is I've been putting on a lot of muscle mass. My eating and dieting has been progressively super well. My moods have been way better. My energy levels have been way better. I feel like I'm getting a lot of good mass and size on my body, which has progressively helped me become better in the gym, learning about different techniques I totally forgot to incorporate during my fitness journey over the years. The hesitations before joining, what if this doesn't work? What if this was all for nothing? What if the money wasn't worth it? And it certainly was worth it. I felt the hesitations were there, but I told myself, let's try this. Let's see if I can change up my routine. I didn't like the way I was feeling during the time, and I needed to make a change. And I feel like is the best way to do it, is to push yourself, to invest in yourself.
During the second week, I think people immediately started asking if I looked different, which was really nice to see.
So that is what my hardworking clients have to say about working with me. So if all of these hardworking everyday men just like you and many more were able to pull it off, wouldn't you want to at least hear more? I'm assuming that's a yes, so let's get into it. So why am I so confident? Let's just take a look at these stats that I've amassed through the program so far. All right, so we've got clients' average weight loss per week, 2.74 pounds across all my guys, right? How many inches my clients lose per week, how many clients stick with the program and continue to build habits after 6 months, clients who notice noticeable body changes in the first month. So who is this actually for? This program and opportunity is for people who want to feel confident, right? Men who want that kind of confidence where you're proud of how you look and you feel good in your own skin and people notice you when you walk in a room, whether that's men or also girls. Men who want a body that they're proud to show off. A physique that fills out your clothes perfectly, turns head at the beach, and makes you excited to take your shirt off anytime, anywhere. You want energy that keeps you going all day at work, and you don't want any productivity crashes. You want to stop guessing what you're about to eat, right? And if you are tired of putting in the work, the time, and the reps, but seeing little or no progress, because I know how frustrating that can be. And who is this not for? This is not for you if you are not patient, because building your dream physique is not an overnight process. If you are a quitter, right? If you want to give up when results don't come as quickly as you hoped, this is not the right place for you. And lastly, if you are not making fitness a priority. Now we're going to go into why you're currently failing with what you're doing. Number one, you just do not have accountability. And a lot of other programs will just give you a plan and then leave you to figure it out. Like, a workout program and then just like a flat meal plan. If you just have that, it's not that you don't know how to follow something. It's that you're just not able to follow it and you're not able to stay accountable to it. You need someone who ensures you're following through every single day. Next up, your training is flawed. Your current workouts are not designed for progress. You don't know how many sets or reps you need to do, how to progressively overload, or how to target muscles properly. And worst of all, you're probably not even tracking your lifts. Lastly, we have your diet. You think you're eating right or eating healthy, but your results say otherwise. You don't know how to adjust your macros and calories weekly to ensure you keep making progress. Now, here are the 6 fundamentals that you need to follow to get a jacked physique and a winning mindset. First, we have mindset shifting. This is me skydiving, something I never thought I would do. So with mindset shifting, I want to teach you how to break free from the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back your entire life. Like, I can't do this. I'm not motivated. I want to help you create a growth mindset that empowers you to succeed in every aspect of life. I want to help you establish the foundation you need to embark on your fitness journey. This is not an overnight accomplishment. I want to prepare you for the toughest challenges of your life through this program. To achieve this, you need to rewire your mind, implement good habits, and be self-aware. I want to teach you how to visualize your goals and make them a reality, how to develop self-awareness and eliminate your vices, and how to meditate for clear thinking. Next up, you're going to need a workout plan tailored to your lifestyle. I will be giving you an optimal workout plan designed specifically to bring up the body parts that you need and that you're currently lacking. We'll make sure that you enjoy the workout so that you actually enjoy the process and look forward to going to the gym. Third, we have a customized diet and meal plan. So we're going to be following the adaptive meal plan strategy. I'm going to be teaching you how to use flexible dieting to fit in your favorite foods. I'm going to teach you how to incorporate your favorite foods and still lose weight, so it's not even going to ever feel like a diet. Not only am I going to teach you how to eat to transform your body during the program, but I'm going to show you how you can eat and maintain and even make more progress beyond the program's duration. One of my favorite parts is that you'll get access to a like-minded community. This is me with my community, with world of high-level coaches. This is Patty Lifts. This is the coach who coached Mr. Beast into getting in shape, and he is in my network. The biggest mistake I see is the belief that the journey of self-improvement is a lonely one, that you need to do it by yourself, that you want to try it all by yourself. In reality, there are thousands of others who share your mindset and your goals. And this program will allow you to connect with people who have the same ambitions as you. My aim is to create a safe space where you can share your journey with others, with the other brothers, and support each other and hold each other accountable as well. Every single week, we have video trainings and group calls that are provided based on the areas of growth that you guys as a whole require, so that you can continue to learn about the mindset, lifestyle, and fundamentals of consistency with maintaining a fitness journey, and so much more. With the last group call, we started talking about the best low-calorie, high-protein fast food options, and then we started talking about, how to fit in alcohol going out to eat, because it was Labor Day, for example. So it really can turn to anything useful, or we just chop it up about brotherhood. So these calls are honestly my best parts of my week, and always look forward to them. Fifth, we got relentless accountability. If you are not seeing progress in life, it often indicates a lack of accountability. When I tried to do everything on my own, right, it felt overwhelming and isolating. And there is only one solution to this. You need to first surround yourself with friends who share your goals, right? This is me and my client Isaac, the one who absolutely transformed his physique. You need to surround yourself with friends who will not let you slack off because you're not feeling motivated. Because if I had people checking in on me to ensure I stayed on track with my workouts, my diet, my cardio, and my habits, it would have been the most crucial factor in achieving my physique and overcoming my insecurities. So this is not just another, video program, watch the video modules and screw off on your own. This is a brotherhood committed to transforming our life together. Finally, we've got premium access to me. By joining this program, you gain direct access to my knowledge. You can ask me questions, request more informative content, and more. It's like having me in your back pocket to ask questions whenever you need, and I treat you like my number one priority. So you can enjoy personalized support and mentorship from me and my team. So we make sure you receive guidance and motivation you need to achieve your goals. And I'm here to cheer you on, and I'm here to pick you up when you fall. Now, some people are charging $4,000 for programs like this, but what if you could get the same results faster, easier, and with zero risk? I will give you a proven plan, personalized support at a fraction of the cost. So if all that were true, would you be at least a little interested? Now, here are a couple, frequently asked questions that you might have when thinking about an opportunity in a program like this. Number one, how much does it cost? And that honestly is a really great question, but it's kind of like asking a real estate agent, for a price on your house that you haven't seen yet. The program will depending on where you're starting from, your goals, and how much support you'll need. How is this different from me going to the gym and just figuring it out on my own? Well, you've probably been trying that for the last 2, 3, 6 months, or even multiple years. If going to the gym was enough, you would already be where you'd want, right? The problem is not the effort you're putting in. It's just not having a system built for you that you can follow along month after month, year after year. Think of it like trying to build a house with no blueprint, right? You have the tools, but you'll be wasting years doing trial and error instead of just hiring a company to teach you how to do it faster. How fast will you see results? That's another good one. And most men, they feel the difference within 1 to 2 weeks. They get more energy, better sleep, less bloated. By 4 to 6 weeks, you'll see real change in the mirror. 12 weeks, people around you will notice. What if I'm super busy and travel a lot for work? Well, then you're like a lot of the guys who I've already worked with, right? They work full time, 50, 60-hour work weeks, and often traveling. My guy Henrik, right? He was a pilot. He also did sales, and he was always on the road, but he still had time to train 3 to 4 times a week for under an hour. And we customized his plan to make sure he could train at hotel gyms or even in his room with bands if he had to. Do I need a gym membership? Not necessarily. My client Rick started with 2 dumbbells at home and a bench and got leaner and stronger than when he was paying for a gym. Do you need to cut out alcohol and eating out? Definitely not at all, right? My client Leo, he works in administration and he has client dinners and drinks on the regular. So we built his plan around his lifestyle. He lost fat and gained muscle without feeling restricted. It's all about balance and not perfection. So think of it like driving with a GPS. You can still take detours, right? Eat out, get alcohol, and make it to your destination. What if I have no motivation right now? Well, that's normal, right? Because motivation follows results, not the other way around. We created momentum, so you just need to start. How much time will the workouts take? 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. That's all. What if I've never followed a structured program before? Well, that's perfect. My client Henrik was winging it with random workouts before. So we just simplified everything for him. What to do in the gym, what to eat, how to track. And he ended up dropping 22 pounds and adding visible muscle in the process. What if I do everything you tell me and I still don't see results? Fair enough, man. If you follow every step of the program and you do not see the results that you are expecting, then I, Aiden, will send you all your money back plus $50 for pizza so that you can say the one time you work with me, you got your money's worth. And I'm confident in my program and the results that you'll achieve that I can say this. That being said, I've never once had to ever do this because nobody has ever failed or gone through the entire program and not been mind blown with the results that they've achieved. So what are the next steps? If you're ready to build a shredded physique alongside your full-time job without having to spend hours in the gym or days cooking meals, then pick a time to speak with me over the next couple of days using the link in the description. Then on that call, we'll see if you are qualified for coaching and what happens if you book the call, right? Best case, you book the call. We come up with a simple plan that fits with your life and you start building muscle, losing fat, and feeling confident in your body again. You're proud to take your shirt off. People notice the changes and you've got the energy and motivation you've been missing. And a few months from now, you look back and wonder, why didn't I do this earlier? And what's the worst case? Well, you book the call, we talk about your goals, and you decide it's just not the right time. But you leave with more clarity, a better understanding of what has been holding you back physically and mentally, and an exact plan regardless that you can use on your own when you're ready. So either way, you've got nothing to lose. So if you click this YouTube video from the link in my bio or just from watching it on YouTube and you book a call within the next 24 hours, here's what you get access to. Number one, you get restaurant and takeout survival guide. You get a grocery list cheat sheet, a supplement simplifier guide. You get one-to-one accountability monthly calls. You get a quick workout for busy days. You get mindset and motivation masterclass. You get $50 off your first month of the program. And then you also get the results or pizza guarantee. So if all of that interests you, then pick a time that works for you with the link below, and I'll see you on the call. Peace.